I'm an awkward guy sometimes. I don't really think that's a secret. Look, I know this might seem like a shocker, but I'm not exactly the Rizzler. Especially when I was a teenager, interacting with girls my age was so painful. Don't get me wrong, I'd get nervous like anyone else, but you'll just have to see what I mean.
Oh my God!
One time in high school, there was this girl that was in my first period that would walk with me to my algebra class that we shared. She was really nice and always liked to engage in small talk as we made our way through the halls. I'd known her for a few years at this point and shared many of classes with her, so I enjoyed the company. However, something I hadn't realized is the fact that I'm terrible at small talk. This poor girl would ramble on about stuff while walking with me, and all she would get in return was, oh yeah? Sounds cool, man. And then I would put earbuds in and listen to the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack. Like, what was I thinking? I swear to you I like women, but I'm not exactly sure she knew that. And it had been brought to my attention by another girl that I had a bad case of RBM. What's RBM stand for, churro? Resting bitch face. So this kind girl that would accompany me through the halls to our next class not only got dry responses to her conversations, but I also looked at her as if I wanted her dead. Look, I don't know why my default look is depression, man. I had thought back to the times where she would walk with me like a year later and realized she probably wanted to get to know me better. Now, of course, I don't mean that she wanted to date and get married and have children or nothing like that. I'm sure she probably was just being kind, but I feel so awful thinking about that now. I think I speak for everyone when I say confessing to your crush is the worst. I mean, unless you're like a 6'5.5" guy that stars on the basketball team, that ain't going well, buddy. I've only ever told a crush that I liked him maybe like 3 times in my life, and I don't think any of them went well. I was at this dance one time and I really wanted to talk to a girl that I liked. I low-key had the mood, so I kind of figured this would be the perfect time. However, as soon as I started walking towards this girl, I noticed all of her friends were around her. Rule number 1 of confessing your feelings: don't do it when they're with their friends. I'm telling you, the worst she can say is not no. Don't listen to people, bro. I swear. First of all, the gut-wrenching feeling of all of her friends laughing while looking at you is the worst. Not only that, but how come the girl that was so cheery 5 seconds ago now looks like, well, I'm not that ugly, bro. I'm not that ugly! Yeah, I bet you can guess how many dances I went to after that. Funny enough, I went to like 2 more. I think experiences like this has made it to where anytime I develop feelings for someone, I immediately try to shut it down and I never say anything about it. Is that like a bad coping skill? I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sure that you're wondering, Churro, now that you're older, you have to have learned from your past mistakes and finally was able to bag a baddie, right? In my defense, I don't actually put much effort into, putting myself out there. How am I supposed to attract the baddies when I'm not in the vicinity of any baddies? After you get out of school, it seems way harder to find people you may like. Sure, there's dating apps and stuff, but I've always found that to be kinda silly. I'm not dissing anyone that uses them, by the way. I mean, I've seen plenty of people meet off of dating apps and have wonderful relationships. But it doesn't really seem to be my style, Also, not to mention the fact where I live, the population is kinda dense. I also don't get out much. How do you think I'm making these videos? Yeah, I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm playing solos while everyone else is playing duos. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, to be honest. When you're by yourself, you get to work on your qualities and become better. I mean, I've got a lot of free time to do the things I love, and I get to spend time with my friends and family. I've got a great future ahead of me, Life is so great. Yeah, right, I'm just kidding. Hold on, I'm looking for a baddie with short black hair, preferably strong, very skillful with a blade, and she has to wear a scarf all the time. Okay, it's time for the weekly yap. This one might be a little longer than the other ones. Hello, I'm Sketchero. It's me. You can call me Churro or whatever. Anywho, why is there so many of you here already? There's like 200 of you, bro. Why did so many of you pop up to that last video, by the way? That actually went crazy. It's not that I'm not appreciative. I definitely am, but that was out of nowhere. Also, thank you for the creative and funny comments or compliments. I do appreciate it. That just kind of blew me away a little bit. So I just wanted to point that out. channel's low-key massive. Also, longer videos will be coming. I know that they're only like, 6 to 7 minutes long right now, but I assure you, I will get to the point where they're like at least 10 minutes, not just filler with yap. Unless you guys really like the yap. I mean, I like to do it. I don't know. I'm yapping. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Wanted to say thanks for that. Also, there was another instance or encounter that I wanted to talk about on here, but it didn't make it to the video. Also, it just would have taken me too long to, draw all the stuff out for that. But I was going to talk about a very, very embarrassing moment. All I can tell you is I got a stiffy near a girl I like. That's I don't know how to explain it more than that. Maybe it'll be its own video. That would be that would be really interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Also, I'm very appreciative of all of you. I know I said that already, but I just want you to know. I'm running out of things to say. Anywho, yeah, here's my art Sona as a woman. What do you guys think? I think she's low-key a baddie. Yeah, I don't know. Low-key, when I showed this to some people, they were like, whoa, kind of crazy. I kind of cooked with this, I'm not even gonna lie. Also, I ended up coloring this, as you see in the thumbnail, but it doesn't show it on the time-lapse, and I don't know why. So yeah, that's a little weird. But anywho, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, and also, I'm 20 years old for any women out there. I'm single, help me.